Who has, most people have a QR code scanner or a QR code app. Do you have a QR code app? Let's see if you can. But you got the idea, right? This is a very simple way you can use it. There are other ways you can use QR codes. For example, for games. Okay? Let's say you create a games that each student has different questions. So, for example, students which are number 1 have some questions. Students which are number 2 have other questions, right? So you can put the QR codes in the class, right? And if they are number 1, they go to the QR codes which have the number 1. If they are number 2, they go to the QR codes which have number 2. And the first to finish wins the competition. Right? And they like to move around, scan the code. It gets very exciting, and students get really engaged. And that's what you want, right? You want your students excited. You want your students engaged in the class. So it adds fun to the class, right? Okay? Good. Another way you can use QR codes is, for example, to ask them to watch a video. You can put the QR code of a video. Instead of students typing the address of the video, which sometimes is very long, in YouTube, for example, they just scan the code, right? And they'll go straight to the video. Okay? Every time you have an address, a URL that's very long, a QR code helps a lot. Okay? Good. So let's see some of the apps your students can use. This is an interesting app for your students to learn grammar. It's called English Grammar Use. There are 3 different apps. There is the Essential Grammar Use, English Grammar Use, and Advanced Grammar Use. Right? Advanced, of course, is for more advanced students. Essential is more for beginners. Okay? But there is a little, let's say, a little problem here. Because the students cannot access the whole grammar. Some units are free. The first, I think, 6 units are free. If they want to use the whole grammar, they have to purchase the app. No, it's not so expensive. I don't remember how much is it. Let's see. English Grammar News, where are you? Okay, so unit number. One, two, three, next. 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the explanation, get it started, right? So you have all these units here. So everything here is free up to here, up to unit 6. But if you want another unit, you can buy it. Buy this group, present perfect and past. If you want to buy all groups, let's see how much is it. I don't remember. 55 reais to buy everything. Or you can just buy 1 unit, right? For example, if you want to buy present perfect, 6 reais 40.
That's a question. It's interesting, but if the teacher purchased the whole book, can you use the material in your classroom? Can you distribute?
If you have the book, yes. Or if,
is it in PDF format? Is there any way you can distribute for example, tomorrow we're going to do chapter 2. Here's chapter 2 ahead of time. Review it, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
No, there's no PDF. It's just the app. Okay, you can assign your students to do the activities. They will have to purchase, yes. Okay. They can also purchase the print grammar book, and the print grammar book has a free ebook. And this free ebook has all the interactive activities that are available here. So they don't need to download the app. The free ebook is the same, it's practically the same. Okay? So Disal here sells the print grammar book, and students get a scratch code. They scratch the code and activate it. Yes, sir? Yes, piracy is a problem with PDFs, right? If you have free PDFs, nobody's going to buy anything, right? That's the problem. That's true. Okay. So English grammar use is very interesting, very famous, right? Another interesting app is the Phrasal Stein. This one is completely free. Of course, it's for more advanced students, right? It's for, what do you think they study here? Idioms or phrasal verbs, right? And it's a game. It's very interesting, very fun. It's a lot of fun. Let me show you Phrasal Stein. No, I don't want to pay anything. Oh, I have to install. I had in my other computer. I have to install Adobe Air. It's going to take a while. No, forget it. No, it's fast. It's fast. Phrasal Stein, where are you? Loading. Oh, okay. New videos.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Is there any way that you can play this game? It's a good concept. It's something to make phrasal verbs fun in class. But is there any way that you can play them collectively?
Not this one. No.
Everybody has an individual.
It's an individual. Yes. Yes. It's for. So you have the options there, right? Can you see? Phrasal verbs view, exercise, settings. So if you go to exercise, for example. More advanced students. Attempts. Move out. What's he doing? Look at the picture. Oh, put okay. Wrong. It's not move out. Right, hang up. Right? Okay, next. Why is it not moving? Okay, next one. What's he doing? What's happening here? Let's try this one. Wrong. You got the idea, right? Okay.
Well, when you you say the students would use your cell phone in class? How would you recommend a student use
Well, just if you want them to play a game. This is a game, right? It's not really to be used in class. It's more for fun. So this is a completely free app. Quiz Your English is another Cambridge app. This is interesting because the students play against students from all over the world, right? So there are different levels, okay? Students choose the level, and there are students from all over the world who are connected at the same time, and students play against these people, okay? So let's look at it. Quiz Your English. Practice English with friends. It's in Portuguese, right? So you can invite friends to play with. So if they are in a group, in a class, you can invite them to play. And you can challenge them. So for example, this is... Okay, so let's say I want to practice technology. It's looking for a player. I'm ranked at 1969. Jogador misterioso. He takes his tablet on holiday to make sure he doesn't any of his favorite... I miss. Ah, good. He downloads his favorite radio programs to the radio app on his smart and listens to them offline on his journey. Yes, you got the idea, right? All kinds of different... Martins Cruz is my opponent. He is from that country, which I don't know the flag is. Probably Mexico, I think. Sorry? Are you looking at the flag? There's a flag there next to the name. See, Martin Cruz. Okay? Interesting, it's free. No, you have easy and more difficult from beginners to advanced level, so you can choose the level and the subject, right?
This one seems, what you said at the beginning, you can invite people. You can invite your other students in the room, you can all be on the same game at the same time. Now that's interactive, that would work in the classroom.
But you just invite I think you invite your friends to play the game. If you put in thinking desafio, you can invite, if they joined, then you can invite a person to play against you, but just one person. So just two students. Okay? So you can make pairs, for example, in the class.
Now this would be interesting for Cambridge to develop. An interactive app where you can create...
We have that. Yes, I'll show you in a minute. Okay? Wait a second. This is our free apps, and they're not related to any materials, right? But I'll show you the app we have created. Okay, so Quiz Your English, very interesting. So let's look at a little bit about Interchange 5th edition. Okay? Who has used Interchange here? Any edition of Interchange? You have? Which edition? Do you remember? Fourth edition. Use the latest edition. Yeah. So Interchange now is in the 5th edition, and the first edition was published 26 years ago. Quite kind of very old material, but still it's been updated. It's always been updated. And one of the new things about Interchange, that is the only material that has it so far, is an app. That's the reason I want to show you. Unfortunately, the app is still under test. The material is ready. It will be available soon, perhaps I think in November now it will be available for sale, right? It's in Brazil already. All the books are in Brazil already, but the app will be available probably in December. Okay? This is the idea that Cambridge is talking about: better learning, deeper insights, richer context. Okay. So before Interchange was updated, we had a lot of research behind it, and I'll show you very quickly what we changed, what we kept, a sample unit, and what makes Interchange special. What we found out on these focus groups, we had focus groups in many countries. Speaking is still the number one or the most important skill students need, right? This is what we found out. Students want to speak English. They feel they need to speak English. But it's also the most challenging. Students have a lot of problem with speaking, right? Interchange helps students to speak. Some of the content was kind of old, right? Need to be renewed. Units are very flexible, but they design too young. If you want to use Interchange with adults, some adults felt it was too young. And it had a CD-ROM. Who has a disk drive anymore, right? No, almost anybody. And Interchange works, but needs to be modern. So that's the feedback we got. Then we had a second part of review and survey. Confirmed on global scales, in-depth teacher reviewers. 1,500 participants reviewed the material. And we created the new edition. So what's new? 50% new content. Exercise for reading, listening. Design photos are all new, no more of these drawings, right? Interchange 4 edition still had a lot of drawings, no more. Very exciting new photos. Self-study online. Every student now has a code with free self-study online. I'm not talking about online workbook, but a free self-study material in the platform. Okay, the Cambridge platform. Tests on USB. Teachers now receive a memory stick. Once I said pen drive in the UK, they said, what? They don't use pen drive in the UK. They use memory stick. In the UK, it's memory stick. Yes. Okay, so on USB, right? What's the same proven methodology, flexible unit structure, content that reviewers liked, scope and sequence. Here's an example of 4th edition and new edition.